So today I want to talk about something I've been getting a lot of questions about, Ozempic. If you think Ozempic is a miracle cure, you've been sold a lie. Because here's the truth nobody's saying out loud. Ozempic doesn't fix the root of the problem. It doesn't change your mindset, and it doesn't rewrite your identity. And worst of all, it sets you up for an even more vicious rebound. I'm Ben Shaw, health and fitness life coach, and I help women obliterate the subconscious patterns keeping them stuck so they can step into a new identity, transform their body, and build a life they're proud of in 90 days or less. But today, I'm exposing the real reason Ozempic and every other quick fix shot would never give you a permanent transformation. I coached a woman who went on Ozempic after nothing else had worked for her. At first, the weight dropped off fast. She lost 27 pounds in her first 3 months, but then she started feeling nauseous all the time. She was exhausted, her face looked gaunt, her muscle tone was gone, and she had zero appetite. She felt like a ghost. But the moment she came off the drug, the weight slammed back on, all of it, fast. And now her metabolism was even more wrecked and her confidence crushed. Ozempic is a drug that mimics a hormone that slows how quickly food leaves your body, which reduces hunger. That sounds great, right? But here's the problem. It doesn't teach you anything about why you overeat. It doesn't help you process emotion. It doesn't fix your toxic relationship with food. It just numbs the symptoms. And as soon as you stop taking it, the hunger comes back. But your habits haven't changed. Your identity hasn't changed. So you eat the same way as you did before. And here's the kicker. Studies show that over 80% of people regain all the weight within a year stopping Ozempic. Some gain back even more because you never healed what caused the weight in the first place. And it's not just about, rebound weight. Ozempic and the similar drugs carry real risk. 80% of Ozempic users have severe nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea to the point of it affecting their daily life. It causes muscle wasting. So a lot of the weight that you lose is actually lean mass, not just fat. And fast forward, 15, 20 years to when you become a senior citizen, that decreased muscle mass literally shortens your longevity and quality of life. Not to mention that it also affects your immune system. And in the world of COVID, bird flu, and RSV, this isn't something you can afford to risk. It's been shown to cause gallbladder issues, including gallstones. It's going to inflame your pancreas, causing severe abdominal pain and nausea. It literally has a black box warning stating that it causes thyroid tumors and a type of thyroid cancer. And if that's not bad enough, it increases depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts have been reported in some users. It also conditions you to believe that I need a drug to be in control of my body, which is the most dangerous belief of all. Because when the drug stops, you feel helpless again, like your body's a ticking time bomb that you can't trust. And that's not freedom. That's not empowerment. That is enslavement to a pharmaceutical temporary solution. If you want lasting change, you have to build it from the inside out. Here's the framework I give my clients. First, we correct the weight issues at the root. Then we restore metabolic function and hormonal balance to shift your body into a consistent fat burning state. We use strategic resistance training to sculpt lean muscle, ignite metabolism, and build a body that looks powerful as it feels. And we prioritize rest to activate deep recovery, restore energy, and support the body's natural healing system. I'm going to take you through how a few of these steps look. Because, most women don't gain weight because of food. They gain it because the food becomes a coping mechanism, stress, loneliness, shame, trauma, guilt. We eat to soothe what we don't feel safe to face. So start asking, what does food represent for me? When did I start using it as a crutch? Who taught me to abandon myself for comfort? That's where real healing begins. Fat loss is an identity problem before it's a diet problem. You can't become the fit, energized, powerful version of you while staying loyal to the woman who needed the weight to survive. You need to write a new self-concept and rebuild your psychology from the ground up. Muscle is medicine, food is fuel, movement is therapy, sleep is strategy. We don't starve, we don't punish, we rebuild. Train with purpose, fuel with intention, eat in a way that aligns with your vision. Your body follows the path of least resistance. Make success easier than sabotage. Prep your food, plan your training, control your calendar, eliminate the energy vampires. Sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. Don't just chase willpower, create alignment. You don't need Ozempic to balance your blood sugar. You need to stop living like a slave to sugar and emotional chaos. Here's what I teach my clients who want to lower insulin resistance naturally and never touch a pharmaceutical drug again. Muscle is the number one insulin sinker. The more you train with real intensity, the more glucose your body sucks out of your bloodstream into your muscle cells without needing a massive insulin spike. Start strength training, 3 to 4 times per week with real effort. No baby pink dumbbells, not a 10-minute tone and sculpt circuit, but real muscle equals real metabolic change. Eat more, not less. Giving your body a surplus of the right food allows it to feel safe and not only start to lose weight, but begin to heal itself. This is always one of the biggest shocks my clients have when we start working together. They feel as though they're eating more to the point that some of them don't even finish their meals, but yet the fat is continually dropping off, their strength is increasing, and they're now starting to see lean muscle. That's something that can never be sustained on these eat less diets. Along that path, you want to ditch the sugar and instead embrace the protein and fats. Processed sugar keeps your insulin jacked 24/7. It hijacks your dopamine system and keeps your cravings alive. Cut it. Even the healthy sugars, even fruit for now, just until your body's back in balance. Instead, load up on protein, chicken thighs, eggs, beef, whey isolate, cottage cheese. Every meal should have between 30 and 50 grams of protein because protein builds muscles and controls hunger without spiking your insulin. And you want to walk after your meals and you want to fast with purpose. Walk for 10 to 20 minutes after your meals. Why? Because it lowers your post-meal glucose spike, especially if you've overeaten. And if your body is inflamed and insulin resistant, fasting is one of the fastest ways to reset that. But again, even fasting has a specific formula. And if done incorrectly, your body's going to feel like it's being starved and it'll bring your metabolism to a screeching halt to compensate for it. If you just start fasting on a body that's already in survival mode, you're going to exacerbate the problem over time. So start slowly by simply skipping breakfast. Over time, work up to a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window. When your body's accustomed and comfortable with this, meaning that you're not feeling hungry or tired during your fasting days, work up to a 24-hour fast once a week, but only if you're fueling correctly on the training days. Fasting without a plan is starvation. Fasting with a plan is metabolic flexibility. Fix your sleep and your stress. You can train as hard and eat as clean as you want. But if you're only sleeping 4 hours a night and your nervous system is fried, your cortisol stays high, your cravings spike, and your blood sugar crashes and rebounds all day. You must master recovery. Get 7 to 9 hours of deep sleep. Cut screen time at least 1 hour before bed. Meditate, breathe, get sunlight in the morning. Journal what's stressing you out and fix the damn root. Insulin resistance isn't just food, it's also a nervous system overload. Then you want to start like telling a new story about your power. Stop saying I'm insulin resistant or I'm a diabetic like it's a life sentence. Start saying I'm rebuilding a body that responds with power and precision and clarity. This isn't just biology, it's also belief. Because every time you act like someone with obesity or insulin resistance, depression, diabetes, or high blood pressure, you stay stuck. These are things that are easily reversible with the right protocols. This year alone, I had a client who went from being a full-blown diabetic to a healthy A1C in 4 months. I had another who was on 3 blood pressure medication and was able to get off all three within her first 5 weeks. We reverse insulin resistance all the time. Act like someone who's already healed and then takes the steps to allow your body to catch up to that reality. So Ozempic offers you ease, but not evolution. It's control without consciousness. And here's the real danger. It works just enough to keep you from doing the real work. You stop trying. You outsource your power. You forget who the hell you are. But you're not broken. You're not powerless. You do not need a chemical leash to be in control of your body. You need a resurrection. You need to break the story that told you that you were too weak to do this on your own. You need to bury the version of you who gave your power away and rise as the woman who takes it all back. This isn't just about weight. This is about who you're becoming. You don't need a drug to change your life. You need the truth. You need structure. You need new identity. And when you have those, the body becomes inevitable. If you've been considering Ozempic or you're stuck in the loop of gaining and losing, I want you to hear this. It's not your effort that's the problem. It's the story that you've been living from. If you're finally ready to burn this story to the ground and rise as the woman who doesn't just lose weight, but keeps it off because she becomes someone new, send me a message, DM me rise, or drop a fire emoji in the comments. We'll map out what's keeping you stuck, the identity that needs to be rewritten, and how to create permanent transformation from the inside out. I'm Ben Shaw. I don't just coach. I resurrect the powerful, disciplined, unstoppable version of you that was always inside waiting to take over. Let's do it.